Okay, for this example, it says solve the equation by using the square root property, and we have x squared equals negative 81. So let's go ahead and solve this problem. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to write out that question. We have x squared, which is equal to negative 81. Okay, so now in step number 2, we're going to take the square root of both sides because we're using the square root property to solve this problem. So we're going to take the square root of x squared, and that's going to equal the square root of negative 81. Now keep in mind, this is plus or minus the square root of negative 81. Now before we go any further, let's go ahead and then rewrite the left side, which is the square root of x squared. And then on the right side, what we're going to do is we're going to factor out the square root of negative 1. So we have the square root of 81, which is a perfect square. And then we have the square root of negative 1. Okay, so now what we're going to do is now we're going to go ahead and then follow the procedure for the square root property. Well, what do you have to square to get x squared? The answer is x. And that's going to equal plus or minus. What do you have to square to get 81? Well, the answer is 9. And now keep in mind that the square root of negative 1 is always going to be considered I as the imaginary number. So therefore, this is plus or minus 9i. So therefore, the solution set is going to be the following. Negative 9i and then positive 9i. Let's go ahead and put that answer. So we have negative 9i, comma, positive 9i. Let's go ahead and check our answer. And there is our result.